The bro. The Lu. The Donkuru. The Prime Minister. I did. Look at him. No. No, whatever. I did. Remember. Okay. How are you?
What's up,
my man.
If there is any state in Nigeria that will beware of Bola Tinubu, beware of the APC, and beware of the City Boys movement, is Abia State. That state has not experienced any glimpse, any sparkle of development, of growth, of prosperity, of good governance in the last 24 years. For the first time, there is a governor who is intentional, deliberate, and committed, and even dedicated to the yearnings of the people. The hyenas, lions, and tigers are gathering. That's Chinedum Orji, probably known as Ikuku. Right? The first son of the very unfortunate former two-term governor of Abia State, Theodore A. Orji. This guy, while his father was governor, he was the main character of the administration of his father. A young man that do not have any career address, never done anything else in his life, never known in any industry, not known in any sector, has not contributed a dime to any community growth, any idea, any solution in any way. He suddenly became famous, powerful, wealthy, and influential in his father's government because his father was retired, dull to the core. How Abians allow someone like that to have become governor? Is he a question we have to ask? And don't tell me that a godfather handpicked him. You can reject him. And for his 8 years, the man became, unfortunately, the biggest person. He decided contract and appointment in his father's government. Sometimes it was reported that he even rescinded his father's decisions, policies, and programs. It was that bad. And in 2015, while his father was leaving office as governor, his father contested to be senator. He contested to have gone to the State House of Assembly, and they both won the election. Unfortunately, there were too much money, and that's why I must warn the Abia people, and that's why I'm doing this video. So, while Orji, the former governor, was in the Senate, the young man Chinedum Orji was in the House of Assembly. And in 2019, in a funny, very funny, comedic way, Chinedum became the speaker, the 11th speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly. He became the speaker. And it was funny. Today, he has been appointed as the City Boy Movement chairman of Abia State. And he's not resting on his horse. He wants to make it happen. Because the pit that they dug for Abia, the vow that Abia will never see light, the goal to ensure that Abia is perpetually in darkness. It seems like Orji wants to become a deliverer, wants to become a Moses. No, it feels like Otti wants to become the deliverer and the Moses. They say Abia must return back. So he is gathering men, he's holding meetings, he's doing all he can. You can see that these guys cannot wait. And collaborations with your big Cubanas and the Cubana chief priests and the Zenkos of the Southeast money. These guys, money misroad expert, people that you cannot leak. And even though they deceive you with any form of investment, go and ask, where were the initial capital from? Abia, Chinedum Orji is an enemy that must be marked. The fact that this guy can still walk around, land in the airport and walk around in places like in Abia State, after the government of that he and his father ran, is still a mystery that some of you will have to explain to me. I have spoken with a lot of young people in Abia, and I have an understanding that you guys understand that you will not allow these enemies to take over. But the fact that these guys are doing these things effortlessly, conveniently, running the shows, moving around, people still gather to listen to them is a worry. As I talk to you, an implosion will happen. He too wants to be governor because it was said that there was some agreement between him and Victor Ikpe as well at some point that he should have taken over in 2023. But of course, the tsunami came, and thank God for Alex Otti. Both him, Benjamin Kalu, all of them are interested in the seat of power. But none of them has the people at heart. And you people in Abia State, you have a chance. I insist you have a chance. See, sometimes when we want to say Nigeria is gone, it is Abia State we look at to say one person can make a change. And these people do not like it. They don't like it. They want us to have an agreement that all of them are together. There's no growth. There's no special person. There's no special growth. There's no special state. And that's why there is a campaign of calumny against Abia State. Any information coming out from Abia, they take it extremely more than usual. It's heated by proportion. And I can tell you, a lot of leaking, a lot of wiretap, a lot of leaking is also done in the affairs of Abia State. And I must warn Alex Otti. The last time we heard of whether it was typographical error that was the explanation to 120 million instead of 12 million or all of that, Abia State must also be very careful. Governor Alex Otti must be very careful. There are many persons in his government that have been paid to ensure that they sabotage the government. I'm not saying you should go and deceive and lie to the public. It is time to scrutinize your team and ensure that you don't give space for people to do certain criminal work and then leak it out and say it is under your government. Again, like Chinedum, like Benjamin, is their faith fathers. Orji Zokalu, Orji, Ikpe Azu, and all of them. Go and mark this thing down, Abians. These are enemies that should be marked and should not be allowed to move around freely in Abia State. Let them take me to court and use the DSS to find me. I said what I said.